Hi, Akron Marathon race fans. This is Paula Schleis, reporter at the Beacon Journal, and
I'm Joe Thomas. I'm a deputy metro editor and business editor at the Akron Beacon Journal.
today is our third installment of the driving tour of the Akron Marathon race course. And today we are going to take you through the part of the course that makes up relay segment number 3. So first we're going to have to take you back downtown, and then we're going to head west, eventually ending up at Firestone High School.
I understand there's going to be some elevation today.
Oh boy, there is a special place in heaven for anybody who does this relay leg.
We'll talk about that part more on the course. Also, if you've been with us for a couple of these videos by now, you know that some of these stretches of the road are going to take you the wrong way down a one-way street. So we've had to rig up some camera trickery to make that work for us without breaking the law.
And here we go. Made the turn onto West Market, and we are continuing on the third segment of the Akron Marathon course that makes up relay leg number 3.
Heading down Market Street, you have the John F. Cyberlane Federal Courthouse to your left.
You know, right there at the Federal Building, they're going to have a band there called G Sounds. And it's just one of the many bands and entertainment functions that the Akron Marathon has along the course to keep people motivated and keep them going. 26.2 miles is a long way, so anything they can do to help you make it. Oh, Joe, do you see what I'm seeing right here?
Hazel Tree Interiors?
No, the hill.
The hill.
This is a horrible hill, and it's not the end of it. I am sorry to say, leg 3 is definitely the hardest of the 5 relay legs on this course. And this hill may not look like a lot in a car, but boy, when you're on foot, and especially if you're a marathon runner, you know, this is about halfway into that 26.2 miles. You are not wanting to look forward to these hills.
And if you're visiting the marathon from out of state and you've heard of a local gentleman named LeBron James, to the right you will have, behind this automotive services center, is St. Mary High School, where LeBron famously played. To the left actually is St. Vincent de Paul Church, one of Akron's oldest churches.
Good point. I wish we could show you the high school from here. We can't, but just trust us, it's right there at that corner. So, Joe, I belong to a running group called Blue Line Beginners.
Blue Line Beginners. I've enjoyed reading that series.
I am glad. Not as much as we have enjoyed creating that series. We're a bunch of former couch potatoes. I shouldn't say couch potatoes. I'm a couch potato. We have a lot of people in the group that had some kind of a fitness routine, but for the most part have never tried an organized race before. And we decided this year we were going to run all 3 races in the Akron Marathon race series and learn how to do it together. And a couple of weeks ago, we did a trial run of this course, and I asked them to send me their insights so I could share them. And a couple of the people who had this very unfortunate leg wrote me back, and they had good spirits about it. I heard from Marla McClintock, one of our Blue Line Beginners, who said, "The best part about Lake 3 is that I don't have to wake up so early. And that's because if you run later relay legs, you don't have to be there at 7:30 like everybody else does, for the start of the race. She said the worst part about leg 3 is all of the uphill, but I do enjoy the challenge. I love running by the beautiful homes. I adore Stan Hewitt, and I also get to run by that. I think my leg ends up going uphill yet again, but the challenge to me is the best part of this whole experience. If it was easy, everyone would do it. The challenge of this entire experience is absolutely the best part. All the things I have done with this group have been things I never thought I would ever do. To get to be running uphill for miles is absolutely something I never thought I would ever be doing. Lots of exclamation points in this email.
I see that.
I have hated running my entire life. I was a swimmer. Now I feel so accomplished to be doing all the things we have achieved. I always felt like people who run long distance are crazy. Now I am one of those people, and I love every moment. So she's got the right attitude. If you're going to be leg 3, you're going to have that attitude. You can see, Joe, we're still going uphill.
Right.
This is all incline. Actually, this part of the segment of the course is 5.3 miles. About 2 miles of it is uphill. So God bless the relay team members who are taking one for the team and doing this one. Now we're going to be turning down Merriman over here.
Okay.
So we're going to let these guys go between us here. Merriman, as you may know, is one of Akron's wealthiest streets historically. It's a street where a lot of the rubber barons lived on, and just beautiful estates on this section of the road. You're going to be seeing here pretty soon. And you can see the blue line that's paved on the street there, that's marked on the street. And that keeps everybody right on course.
That hill section, and again, we're going uphill again, so the hill does not stop here.
Oh, no, it did not stop at Market. You turn here, and it's still going uphill. And I can understand. We had another blue line beginner, Holly Carter, who was not expecting this, and she wrote, was not a fan. Very difficult and mainly uphill. A true challenge. So yeah, I hear you, Holly, and God bless you for taking this segment of your relay team.
Drive on Market Street any given Saturday morning, though, in the spring, summertime, and heading into the early fall as we are, and you will come out and you'll see runners out there trying to tackle that hill, practicing for the marathon, getting themselves in shape for what they know is going to be a beast.
And it's really important. I do most of my running on the towpath trail, which is pretty level. And then when I went and did the 8K in June, and there were some hills, I was totally thrown. And you have got to train on hills if you are going to run in Akron. Akron is in a county called Summit for a reason. Summit being a high point.
Right.
And Akron, the name itself, is derivative of a Greek word that means high point. So you're at the high point of a county that proudly names itself Summit. You are going to hit a lot of hills, Joe. A lot of hills. But the Brian Poland is the race director for the Akron Marathon, and they have tweaked this course over the years. They have tried really hard to find ways to do more downhill without having to pick the uphill back as punishment. And I think they've done a lot over the years to cut out hills. So as hilly as it is, it has been worse.
Now, you were talking a little bit about the blue line beginners. Now, going back, and you said April was your...
Yeah, the Beacon Journal issued the community an invitation on April Fool's Day. And the way I ended that story, I was, turn to your loved ones and say, you know what? I'm going to run the Akron Marathon Race Series this year, and tell them it's no April Fool's joke. And we had 180 people send me emails saying they wanted to do that. And we met for the first time out of Firestone Park, and we just did a walk. We just walked a trail. We had, I think we had like maybe 120 people there, and just, got to know each other a little bit. The very next week, we went back, and then we started doing a little running, and here we are now. We've got, a dozen or more people who are doing the half marathon on September 23rd. We've got, 70 or so people doing relay legs. people who have really embraced this challenge. Beginners are in their 40s, 50s, 60s. I think we've got a couple people in their 70s. So it's definitely a bucket list item for them. Something that they're really, really excited about doing.
Now going through one of the prettiest neighborhoods in Akron. If you drive through at Christmas time, it's where so many of the great lights are, and I can imagine on race day that the crowds are going to be out here just eating this race up.
An email here from Mary Jo Jones, who is walking the relay leg number 3, and she wrote, "I loved walking Merriman and Mayfair roads. The houses are so beautiful, so much to see. I found myself looking around so much that it may have slowed me down, but not as slow as walking the hills on Market."
Of course, right here on your right, as we turn the corner here, is one of Akron's most majestic landmarks, and that would be Stan Hewitt Hall.
Yeah, in previous years, the runners actually ran through Stan Hewitt Hall, the gardens anyhow, and but now you run around on the outside of it. The Stan Hewitt Hall is the home of F.A. Cyberling, and when he's the co-founder of Goodyear. Him and his brother co-founded Goodyear. And when they left that home back in the 40s maybe, they left the whole thing intact. They pretty much walked out, gave the keys to foundation, and said, "Here, it's for the community." And the furniture is in there, and a lot of personal things. I mean, it pretty much looks the way it was when the Cyberlings lived there.
And those gardens are a treasure. If you've never been back in those gardens, whether it be the Japanese garden or the English garden, the ponds and grottos back there, it's otherworldly. You just feel like you've escaped to Europe or just some other place on the planet. A beautiful landmark for Akron if you've never been there.
Well, I've failed to mention a couple of things back there, so let me throw them in here. Back where we were passing LeBron James High School, St. Vincent St. Mary, the school's going to have their marching band out there entertaining, so that's going to be fun. We also passed Frank's Place, which is a pub there on Market.
Very popular.
And they are going to have a band on the sidewalk called the Cover Band, and they're going to be there. There are also block parties all along Garmin, right where we turned there at Stan Hewitt. Block parties galore. People come out and just really support the runners. There are block parties back on Merriman Road. Akron Digital, the Akron Public Schools Digital Academy, they're going to have a block party right there. So lots of support here. Akron's really well known throughout the country for the spectators and the residents who come out and cheer them on. And it means, running is such a solitary sport that on race day it's completely unlike training, and that you've got all these people pushing you on.
On your left is Firestone High School and also Litchfield Middle School. Again, all these landmarks around the city that have the names of our past connections with the rubber industry.
And we are going to come to a stop here, and this is where relay leg number 3 ends. So come back tomorrow, and we're going to show you relay number 4.